Thanks for joining Living on the Jeep and Trying to Figure Out. And today's topic is actually about what's been going on in the week. I know I did a video on Monday and that was it. Today's Friday. Well, that's life for you. I tell you, life sometimes just gets in the way of making these videos. So I've got some great news. Today is the 6th of October. And so far so good with my no eating out challenge. So I did propose it to you guys to let me know what challenge you would give yourself something, and it didn't have to be losing weight, because I know there's a lot of people who are losing weight, and that's great and fine, and I love you guys for it, but I find that's a really large challenge. If we break it down into something smaller, that'd be easier. So for instance, I want to eat healthier and I want to eat more at home. How about no eating out? Let's try it for a month, and maybe because you do it for 30 days, us as a family would have better habits, I guess. So I'll let you know what I made for the week. Sunday didn't go so well. Well, it did, but I mean, it wasn't the best meal. We had macaroni and cheese for dinner. I am not kidding you. We did the Kraft Deluxe, so it wasn't the orange powder. It was I think it's like Velveeta. It's like an actual cream sauce that comes out of the squeeze pack, and you have to squeeze it out. Anyways, it was delicious, quite honestly. I haven't had that forever because I usually make it from scratch. And I do sometimes carry some of these packaged foods for days that you're just so tired and so exhausted that you don't want to cook a whole meal. And it was just me and my youngest, so the package was perfect for the two of us, quite honestly. Then on Monday, I made cranberry pork chops. And these were one of my freezer meals that I had done back in August. And I am sure I showed you the video, the picture of the freezer full of all the packaged foods. And I will link it up into my, the eye in the sky here, right there. I will link up that video so that you can see what I got the hiccups, so you can see what I did. But cranberry pork chops were delicious. It was a package of 5 or 6 pork chops. But because I had gone to Costco to buy these pork chops, each pork chop was like that fat. I think that was like 2 inches fat each pork chop. So really, realistically, I only ate half a pork chop. My youngest only ate half a pork chop. My oldest only ate half a pork chop. My husband did eat a whole. So we had a few dinners out of that, or lunches. So it stretched quite a ways. I didn't have to cook again until Wednesday. And I actually made 2 things. I guess with all the meat that we had been eating, I decided that I really wanted some vegetarian meals. So I made a lentil soup, which was delicious. In fact, I'm still eating it because there's so much of it. And I also made a vegetarian chili. And we have so much of it, there's still food in the fridge. So I made this on Wednesday. Today's Friday, and we still have lots. Plus, guess what happened on Wednesday? My mother-in-law calls my children to come over and pick up some soup to bring home. So we now have 2 soups and a chili in the fridge, giant pots of them, not like one individual serving. No, she had to give us a big pot of it. So we have a lot of food, and I think I will not have to cook until Sunday. Monday is Canadian Thanksgiving, so there may or may not be a video that will come out. I don't know. It depends how much time I have today. If I could pre-do it ahead of time. I highly doubt it, though. Highly doubt it. But I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadian viewers and my Canadian friends and family. And I hope you all have a good one. So, yes, week 1 down, 3 weeks to go. Want to check in with a couple of people? Wendy, how's your no Amazon shopping doing? I'd love to know. Let me know below. You can also PM me if you'd like. There's a couple of other people I wanted to give a shout out to. Julie's World had mentioned that she'd like to stop buying candy bars at the last second at the cashier. You know when you go through the cashier at the grocery store and they have piles and piles of gum and candy bars and mints and I'm not sure what else. I think smutty magazines. I call them that. They're not Playboys. Sorry, they're like Us Weekly, In Touch, The Inquirer, things like that. Anyways, she wants to stop buying the chocolate bars. And I said, why not? Do it. Go for it. See if you can challenge yourself. If you shop every week, it's only 4 visits that you have to manage. So, when you break it down that way, it doesn't sound so bad, right? So she's trying that. Let me know, Julie. I'd love to know. Also from Sensible Living, she says she's going to give up no pedicures. She does monthly pedicures. I think she wanted me to come over and wash her hair, but it might be cheaper for her to come to Canada and get me to wash her hair. But anyways, she says she's going to try to give up a pedicure. She does a monthly. That's only 1 pedicure. Winter's coming. I don't know about you, but over here it's pretty gross and rainy all the time, so a lot of closed shoes. No open sandals being worn around here. So I think it'd be pretty easy to miss 1 pedicure. Maybe you can make it more long term. I don't know. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear from more of you guys. to see what you're giving up for the month, to make you a little bit more thankful for what you have. You know, I'm thankful we still have a lot of money to be able to buy the food that we have in our fridge. And I don't waste food. Sorry, light bulb went off in my head. One thing I did that I never done this before. I do a lot of home cooking. I do. I love to cook. I have no problem with cooking. It's the cleanup. I hate the cleanup. But I love eating out, and it's probably because there's less work. But I do like eating out, and I do try to imitate some of the recipes. But something I always do chicken stock or turkey stock with our leftover chickens, and or turkey, depending. Thanksgiving's coming. We're gonna have leftover turkey. I will make turkey stock, which lasts us a few months from the bones. But what I decided to do, and this is my first time I hear lots of people do it, so I thought, why don't I do this? Is taking your bits and pieces from your vegetables to make a vegetable stock. I have never made a vegetable stock. I don't know why. We're not vegetarian, so anytime any recipe calls for vegetable stock, I'll just use the chicken or turkey stock that I have in my freezer. But I thought, why not? Instead of just chucking the ends of my carrots and celery and onions, why not throw them into a Ziploc bag? And then when the bag is full, I'll make a stock and see how it works out. So I'm going to let you know, my bag is barely full from this week because I only had to cook really twice if you don't count the mac and cheese, because there's nothing there to put in the veggie bag. But yeah, so I only had to cook twice really because I make a lot of food so that I don't have to make lunches the next day. Lunches are usually leftovers here at home. But yeah, so I will let you know how that goes. And I thought, what a great idea. How frugal is that? By saving your leftovers. Cooking in large batches so that you can have lunch the next day. Yeah, really, this is going to save us a ton of money, I do have to say. Especially with the no eating out. But yeah, so I just wanted to add that in there and let you guys know that I am thankful that we do have the means to buy the groceries, to make the food, to feed the family, and be happy. So enjoy your Thanksgiving and have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Don't forget that you can subscribe right here by hitting on that little piggy, and also YouTube will select this video just for you to watch, and here's a playlist that you can watch of mine as well. We will talk to you soon.